Alright folks, BBQ Bob back in the house with you. Today it's a little bit too wet and cold. We're going to take it on inside. I was going to do some barbecue pizza, but can't do it in the rain. So let's go in on inside and make it happen.
BBQ Bob, smoking, joking, and homebrew.
BBQ Bob is back in the house with you. It's been a long time, but I'm here. I'm happy, and my operating camera is the wonderful sidekick, Miss Claudia. Are you there, Miss Claudia?
Yeah, I'm here, Bob, and oh my God.
As bad as ever. And in the flesh.
You're too loud, but still, after all these
Folks,
years.
it was raining cold outside. We had to move it on inside. We're gonna do a little pizza today.
Wait a minute.
Nothing.
Wait.
What do you mean?
You didn't tell anybody where have you been for 7 years?
It doesn't matter where I've been. It's where I'm at.
No, it matters.
And listen, Miss Claudia, I was in prison for 7 years.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't. I was retired. I've been retired, but now I'm back.
I'm gonna let you do your thing.
Now listen, shut up, Miss Claudia.
Bye.
What we're doing is gonna make some pizza, and I'm gonna show you how it's done. I'm an old pizza man from way back, and I'm gonna show you exactly the steps and the ingredients. I like the New York style crust, as opposed to Chicago deep dish, which, you know, that's good for sometimes, but on an everyday basis, we want the New York style pizza crust, and this is a recipe that blows everybody else out of the water. I know. Listen to me. All right, ladies, let's take a look at these ingredients.
7.5 cups of high gluten flour. High gluten, make sure. 2.5 cups warm water, 100 degrees, 9,500, right around there, give or take. 4.5 teaspoons of active dry yeast. Gotta activate it. 3 teaspoons of salt. I like kosher or sea salt, but you can use whatever the heck you want to. 3 teaspoons of sugar, cane sugar that is. And 1/4 cup of the secret ingredient, olivo. Ha! And 1 tablespoon of egg mixed up now. You got it? Good.
All right, get that water up about 100 degrees. 9,500, give or take, right there. Then we're gonna take the yeast and the sugar. Pop that sugar in there, give it a little swirl, spill it all over, and then you're gonna take the yeast, pop it in, and you wanna get a fork. You can use a spoon, but I like a damn fork, and if I could find one, I'd use it. But all I got right now is a pickle fork, because people suck. So I'm gonna put this in here, stir it around to get it all dissolved, and then I'm gonna let it sit for about 4 or 5 minutes, maybe longer, depends on how I feel. And then we'll go from there. Take it on out, Miss Katie. All right, folks, now what we're gonna do is get this thing going here. Let's light this candle. We're gonna get the flour, and we're gonna scoop it down in here, all 7.5 cups. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, get it on the floor, don't matter. Just gonna sweep it up anyway, aren't you, Miss Claudia?
Nope.
Got the flour, get that in there, put this over there. Then you got your yeast, it's been all bubbly and googly and looking good. Looking good. Now we're gonna pour that in there. You got it? Good. Now, go ahead and take your egg mix, you can throw that in there, and throw in your salt. Now what I do,
That looks like a lot of salt.
it's 3 teaspoons. Then we're gonna put half of the olive oil, which is about 1/8 of a cup. And then we're gonna go ahead and put our dough hook.
So you're not on your diet anymore?
Now you can do, Miss Claudia,
I thought you're diabetic.
I'm on a seafood diet.
Yeah.
I see it, I eat it.
This is not part of your diabetic, healthy dieting, correct?
Diabetic?
Yeah.
Who's diabetic?
You.
All right, now what we're gonna do, put it on up, put it on 2. Let it go. It's gonna be about 10 minutes. Now you can do it by hand, But you gotta have arms like Miss Claudia to get it done.
You know it.
All right. About halfway through the mix, gotta go ahead and put the rest of that olive oil in there. There you go. Sometimes if you're a little high in altitude, a little low, a little dry, a little wet, you might need to adjust the water. I'm a little bit dry, so I'll add a little bit of warm water. About a half cup or so. You gotta get that texture just right. You don't want it too tight and you don't want it too loose. Alright, it's been about 10 minutes, so we're gonna go ahead and turn that off. And then what's gonna happen now is I like to take my big stainless steel pan here, just put a dab of olive oil in it. And then take a paper towel, or you can use your fingers, I don't care. Just get it in there, rub it all over the pot, help it not to stick. And you want to get this down. Get that out. Come on now, you sucker. There we go. Get that dough out here. There's your first dough. What you're going to do is kind of make a cap out of it, like a mushroom. Like a big fat toadstool. Then you're going to just try to stretch and put a little surface tension on it. Understand? Surface tension? You got to try to pull it as good as you can. Get that in there. Kind of squeeze it around. See how that's going right there? Kind of seal it. Right? A big dough ball. There you go. Plop it in there. And then you want to cover it with a warm wet towel. Doesn't matter if it's not going to be warm. It's going to get cold. But put that wet towel on there and let it sit for about an hour. Then we'll come back and take a look, see what we got.
We got a 28-ounce can of crushed peeled tomatoes, tomato puree. Now, if you want to buy them damn San Marzanos, go ahead and pay your $5 a can. But for me, $1.10. 6-ounce can of tomato paste. 2 tablespoons of Italian seasoning. 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. 2 teaspoons of granulated onion. Half a teaspoon of ground rosemary, rosmarina. And a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, a little hot. And a 500-year-old bay leaf. That's what it looks like anyway.
All right, now we're gonna bring it all together. Get all our ingredients in the pot, simmer it for about 15 minutes, and it'll be good to go. You got a salt, a little seasoning in there, just a little bit of salt, not too much now, doesn't need a whole lot. All right, let it go for about 15 minutes. This is what you're gonna get. Nice, thick sauce. See, look at that. Chunky, juicy, delicious. Want a bite? Here you go. Woo! All right, now it's been rising for an hour. Punched it down, came back another hour, and there she blows. Beautiful, I love you. All right, now let's get it out here. Let's scoop this out and chuck it on the ground. I like to just put a little bit of olive oil on the ground here. Just a drop. Spread it out a little bit. Get your hand in there. Ain't gonna hurt it. All right, just so it doesn't stick real good. And what we want to do is flip this thing over and start cutting it off. Put a little bit on there. Cut it in half. Alright, and then we cut it in quarters. So you can make 4 whole pieces. 4 whole pieces. There you go. Now you want to make little dough balls. You want to fold them over like little mushroom caps. You kind of close the end. You got to close the end now, otherwise you're going to have a dead space in the middle of that pizza. Keep folding over. You got to get a good surface tension. Good surface tension. See that there? I'm trying to show you. Get a little air trapped in there. That's okay. Get it good, see? Look at that. Roll it around a little bit of oil. Get it on there one last time. Pop, done. Do the next one. All right, you don't need to watch. Well, in typical barbecue Bob fashion, somebody broke my pizza peel. Little bastards. Anyway, it looks like we're gonna have to use redneck engineering here and get this 2 cookie sheets with some cornmeal on them. And then I'm gonna slip this over here on top and build my pizza on that. I tell you, these damn little kids breaking everything around, probably using it for a cricket bat or something. Anyway, we're gonna get this and we're gonna put some sauce on it, cheese it. Kids don't like pepperoni, I do, but anyway, I'm over here, Miss Claudia, Miss Katie. Anyway, we're gonna sauce it and cheese it. Let's get it going here. 1, 2, and a little bit more. Now, when you put your sauce on, just spread it out. Get it all the way 1/2 inch from the edge. Nice and round. Alright, now it's time to put the cheese on. Now I usually put about 12, 14 ounces, maybe a little bit more, depends how much cheese I want to eat. Don't want to get bound up. So let's put a generous amount on there. You want to spread it all the way to the edge here, evenly. So when it melts, everybody gets an equal amount. I know these birds around here, they think everybody else is getting more worms, but they're not. Everybody's the same. Alright, once we get this done, we're going to pop it in the oven. Miracle if it works. But I'll do my best with cookie sheets. Alright, let's see if we can get it in here. I don't have my peel, but let's see. Oh yeah, Bob's working it. Yes, sir. Hey, you bastard. Holy shit, it worked. Alright, taking out of the oven, there she blows. Woo! Looking good. Let it cool and slice her up. Alright, folks, that's how you do it at the house. Some people will say it different, but this is the best way because I say so. And I'm BBQ Bob, world's greatest everything. Tune in for the next show. And adios!